Let's talk about Empire, because one is sort of the things, the moving parts that I'm sure makes it complicated is the music, which sort of is this element that's another complication, probably similarly for Chicago Fire, of the action and the stunts. You have to sort of build in extra time and sort of things like, give us a sense of how that works and what some of the challenges are of that.
It's yeah. I mean, this is like, well, Nashville was another music show, and this is probably the third or fourth music show I'm doing. Yeah, it's a whole separate part of what we do. I mean, I mean, music people, of course, it's a whole separate industry, and there's a whole ethos to that. But yeah, I mean, I have music, you know, I have someone who just handles our music. So every time we have a song that we're going to do, I mean, the songs are picked and written on Empire. We write our songs from scratch. So whether we're bringing in Timberland or we're bringing in Neo or somebody who's going to come in and produce them, but a lot of them are written by our artists themselves because they actually perform all the stuff themselves. And then, you know, their recording sessions have to be plotted and planned and scheduled. And
you record them here in Chicago?
We record them, yeah, here in Chicago at, you know, Periscope, which is right there. And it's a whole, you know, then when we pick a song, then is this song going to be recorded live? Is it going to be playback? If it's going to be playback and it has a band involved, what instruments are involved? You know, what musicians are going to be there? You know, where they're...
Playback essentially means they're lip syncing it on camera.
Yes, yes. We would have recorded it in the studio, and then we'll play it back as opposed to. And then sometimes what we're doing now is we do both playback and record, so we still have the ambiance, and the lip sync is better when we do it that way. So. Yeah, it's become, you know, and then there's so much, you know, people flying in and flying out from different producers and so on and so forth too, and musicians, and trying to get, you have a lot of guests coming in, whether it's Alicia Keys or, you know, Jennifer, you know, Lawrence, and these people have to be brought in with sufficient time to be recorded and set up.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Not Jennifer Lawrence, I mean Jennifer Hudson. I wanted Jennifer Lawrence, she wouldn't come in.
Actually, that's interesting though, because everything you've read about Empire this season is that there's a lot of really big names who are guest stars. Chris Rock, I'm sure you could list so many more. And what's been interesting is I think the show and the guest stars themselves have been able to sort of come in and out without really making much, drawing too much attention to themselves. Is that something you guys actively work at?
Yes, or? Yes, yeah, we try. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, you know, everybody. Well, I mean, our stage is in the middle of, you know, not in the middle of town, but yeah, no, it's better that way for us, especially too, we try to keep a lot of our plots, you know, quiet and secret until after the show comes out. So we don't, you know, we try to keep the social media to a minimum on the set and so on, that a lot of, you know, pictures aren't going out, a lot of, you know, the things that we'd have to worry about that would get outside, because a lot of, you know, it doesn't take much. And, you know, so many times I read about what's going on our set on these different magazines, and, you know, I'm just totally amazed, because who knew this? I didn't know.
That would be me reporting that.